Comes Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, B'sof Yamav, and he does something which seems totally out of the mark. This is the man that the Gemara testifies is the wealthiest man in Am Yisrael in his times. To the point that the Gemara has countless stories about his wealth. He didn't have waiters that cleaned up the table between courses. His table was made out of pure gold, and he had waiters that were extremely strong, and they would actually pick up the whole table between each course and throw it out. If you throw out gold tables, you've got to be pretty rich. The Gemara also testifies that he was never lacking anything, even the most fine foods that the wealthiest people liked. At times, that they were extremely rare, and it was hard to get a hold of these foods. Even then, he wasn't lacking a thing. This is the Gemara says clearly. Comes to the end of his life, he's on his deathbed. Rabbi Yehuda Nasi says he's going to do something. He lifts his 10 fingers up to heaven, and he says, Lo neheneti meha'olam hazeh klum. I didn't have any pleasure from this world at all. What? You didn't have any pleasure from this world? You had it all. So some Mefarshim say, no, he had it, but he didn't use it. That's not true. The Gemara clearly says that he sat by the table and he enjoyed it. That's a distortion of the facts. So what does that mean? Lo neheneti ma'olam hazeh klum. The Maharal discusses this on his commentaries on Agadot HaShas, and he has a whole segment, the whole Ma'amar, on this subject. The Maharal's conclusion is the way to become a spiritual person. He says, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi said, Lo ne'neti l'tzorech atzmi. I didn't utilize this world for myself. I utilized it for Kochei Shammai, for the purpose of God. What does that mean? Two people sit down to a steak dinner, hopefully in a Glad Kosher restaurant, and if you're Sephardic, hopefully it's Bet Yosef, and Yishu Yisrael Sephardim, and so on. And now you're sitting down, and you're having your great mid-rev filet mignon, and enjoying every bite, and one guy is clocking paradise here, and the other guy is just an animal. Animals eat, humans eat, same thing, no difference. But the other man walks into a restaurant and he says, God gave me such a beautiful world, and he wants me to enjoy it in every possible kosher way. And God, I'm going to enjoy the great gift that you just gave me. And not only that, by me having physical pleasure today, it'll make me a calmer, healthier, happier person on many fronts, and there's a lot of studies to prove that, and I'll be able to function as a better Jew tomorrow. And now every bite that he's taking, another castle is being built in Gan Eden. Two guys go to work in the morning. One guy goes to work in the morning because, oh, I hate my job, but I have to pay my bills, what should I do? The other guy goes to work in the morning saying, you gave me a job, and now I have the opportunity to earn money to support my family, to pay tuition for my kids, and to give charity. One is just a miserable soul, and the other one is clocking Gan Eden on the highest level every second of the day. A spiritual man is not one who says, I want nothing to do with this world. He's not one that says that everything in this world is not permitted, just the opposite. It says in the Poskim, Koach dehetera adifa. Wherever we're able to give one a leniency in halacha, we must do so. It's adif, it's preferable. In Al Chet on Yom Kippur, we actually said a whole segment. Et shehitalta asalti, ve'et she'asalta hitalti. What God said is permissible, we said is not permissible. And what he said is not permissible, we said is permissible. And which one did we say first? Et asher hitalta asalti. Meaning, which is the greater offense of the two? To make something permissible, impermissible. Because koach dehetera adifa. Of course, you have to be a great Talmid Chacham to be able to be matir. You know, today's movement of clowns that think that everything's automatically okay is very unfortunate, painful, sad, and a disgrace. But there's a beautiful tale. When I got smicha in Lakewood Yeshiva, this was one of the few things that they taught me on day one about the concept of koach dehetera. There was a guy who got a rabbinic position, but he wasn't qualified. In the olden days, until today it's like that, but in the olden days it was definitely more common. Many people bought the rabbinate. Rabbinate was power. People liked power. And just like politicians buy political seats, people bought the rabbinate. And there was this one guy who got a position. And unlike today, where we just go to a butcher and hopefully buy glad kosher meat, yeah, that's unfortunate. I have to stress hopefully. Yeah, so I went into a butcher the other day and I asked him, where does your meat come from? And he said, I don't know. So if the butcher doesn't know where the meat comes from, how kosher could it possibly be? I wonder. And the saddest part of it is, he has a sign with a hechsher, and I went to the mashgiach and said, who's your meat supplier? And he said, we have many. I said, can you list them to me? He said, no. So the owner doesn't know, the mashgiach doesn't know, but this vad of some sort is getting paid every month. Insanity. Imagine you went in to buy a diamond for your wife, and you asked the guy, is this real or a cubic zirconia? He says, I don't know. But I'm going to charge you a deep flawless price. You don't know. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? If you don't know what's going on in your food joint every given second of the day, you're not allowed to be in the food business. You're a chotel machdi tarabi in the greatest way. It's not a joke. And we have to up the standard, by the way. That's in our hands. We talk about parenting. The Khatam Sofer writes that the reason why one day there'll be a generation that the kids will struggle greatly on all spiritual elements is because the food they eat won't be kosher. And it's going to be mitamtem et alev. It's going to cause them a spiritual blockage in their heart. And they're going to lose interest in Torah and Tefillah and Avodat Hashem. Meaning the standard of kashrut that we keep will directly affect the ability of our kids one day being Talmidei Chachamim Me'irei Hashem. This is not an exaggeration. Now, of course, it's very unfortunate that kashrut became politics, and it's very hard to know right and wrong and so on, but with enough study and research, you can probably walk between the raindrops, or at least so I hope. But yeah, there has to be some sort of standard in every Jewish home. There's a direct connection between how open your heart is spiritually to what you consume. The Torah says so. It's not a segula, it's not some mystics, it's not some hooji-wooji, it's not some... Somebody posted illegally on one of my chats this week, and I say illegally because they're supposed to be one-way chats. Can 40 people volunteer to say 40 days something or the other? I didn't respond because I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but tonight I'll give the response. My response was going to be, number one, nothing good comes out of utilizing somebody else's thing against their will. But number two, can 40 of us keep kosher for 40 days? Wouldn't be a bad idea. My uncle, Zechet Tzadik Livachal, once went into Rav Shach Zitzal and asked him that he's making a seminar in Israel, or a Shabbaton we call them today, then they were called seminars. And there are going to be a lot of people. He has over 300 people already, adults, and then many more that have demand to come. But he's scared, it's impossible to get to such a large crowd. So he wants to keep it small. Is he allowed to turn down people and say, sorry, I'm not taking you, even though he does have more rooms, it was a very large hotel? Or, no, safek pikuach nefesh, maybe it'll bring him closer to Hashem, and who knows which one is going to be the one that's going to get connected through this weekend, and we have to take everybody. So Rav Shach said, if the question is when it comes to the rabbinic or the speaker perspective, the answer is you definitely should turn down people. Because less people, there's more of a chance to develop a personal relationship and succeed. He said, but who gave you the arrogance to decide that your speeches over the weekend are going to make a difference in anybody's life? Maybe the opposite. Maybe they're not even going to like you. Not only that, maybe they're going to resent you. Maybe it's actually going to cause damage. So here's what I think you should do. You should take everybody, but you should make sure that the food is on the highest level of kashrut possible. Because at least, back then in Israel, seminars was 7 days, one full week. At least for 7 days straight, you'll have hundreds and hundreds of people eating the highest standard kosher. That, for sure, will make a difference in their neshama. We're talking about being a spiritual man. The first step about being a spiritual man is keeping a high standard of kosher. Because your heart won't be open to be able to do anything if you don't keep a high standard of kosher. Step